Hey everyone, I wanted to make hopefully quite a short and quick little video to help you out. I've been working with a client who's looking at introducing a bit more mobility practice into her daily life. And frequently when you have a job that requires a lot of sitting, this can be quite challenging. Many of us get caught up in our heads and we forget to move and we know we need to exercise, and then we turn that thought of exercising or moving into something big. So it's like, I've got to go to the gym or I've got to take a yoga class, and then it becomes overwhelming and then it becomes too much and then we don't do anything at all. So I'm a big believer and teacher and practitioner of microdosing movement and having little points in your day where it's easy, because even the smallest thing will make the biggest difference, and particularly when you're transitioning. So if you're changing from being quite sedentary and not feeling all that connected to your body and wanting to break out of that, have a better relationship with your body, have more movement, have a better sense of connection, and feel more comfortable in your body, and also manage stress, because movement is huge in that, then I invite you to practice with me. We're going to do a sequence of movements designed for your average day. So you can do these at a desk, in a workplace, and they are based around 5 key core spinal movements that you want to include in any practice, any movement practice, mobility practice, in my opinion, and yoga practice. My teacher likes to say, you can break an arm or a leg, but you break your spine and your whole life changes. So we really want to make sure that we're looking after and nourishing the spine. For sitting, you also want to get into the hips a little bit, but we'll just start here. So the first movements are forward and back, and I've gotten something with arms on it because you might be finding yourself in an office chair that has arms, and you need to figure out how to use that to your advantage. So you can do it with or without arms. We're going to do a forward and backward bend, coordinated with the breath. You can rest your hands on your lap if you don't have any arms, or if you have arms on the chairs, you can rest them here. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe in, from your sit bones up through the spine, you're lifting and creating an ever so slight back bend. So you want to feel this lift coming up through your lumbar spine, lower back, mid back, thoracic spine, heart up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, everything sinks back the other way. So we create a curve on the outer back, on the back of the body. And then as you breathe in again, coordinate the movement. Move slowly with the breath. And then exhale and round. And you do each movement just 5 times, 5 breaths in each, and we'll do a total of 5 poses. Breath in, up, and exhale out. Once you get it, it won't even take as long as it's going to take us in this video. Breath in, feel that, and exhale round. You might even take your elbows back and draw the shoulder blades together and get a bit more movement going in that upper spine as well. And then exhale and round. Let your lower back go back, really curve. I didn't count properly, that's 4 or 5. I think we're at 5. Beautiful. And we want to go side to side. So you might place your hand on the side of the chair if there's no arms, or you might place it onto the arm of the chair. I'm going to start with the right arm overhead. You take a breath in, lift it up, and then we want to make sure that we're using actually the torso for the movement and not just collapsing. We're going to do a side bend here. So feel these left ribs lifted up and into the body, and like you're reaching over. So like you're reaching for something high first and then over to the side. Breath in, up. Bring the other arm, take it to the other side. Reach first. So these ribs come out and lift. Breath in, over to the other side. And if you don't even have time for 5 rounds in each pose, you might just do 2 or 3. We're going to do 3 in this one. Breath in and out. And again, final one, up and out. And if you're feeling conspicuous, breath in, like, oh, I'm in the middle of the office and I don't want people to see me, you just adjust the movement. So if we're feeling like there's a few people around that it might disturb them, although maybe we could use that as a moment to educate about the value of movement, then you just shrink everything down. So you still keep the principles of lifting through the side. You take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you just lean, keeping this elbow in. As long as you can feel that spreading through your intercostal muscles that are joining your ribs here, and feeling a bit of a spread through the ribs, breath into the center, and out to the other side. So feeling that lift, not collapsing and just leaning on the side. So there's activity in the body. Beautiful. Then we want to twist from side to side. So we'll do it gently, taking the left hand to the back of your chair, and depending again on this arm situation, you'll either place the right hand on the arm of your chair or on the side of your hip. Take a breath in to lift up through the heart, and then a breath out to twist. And depending on how you feel, you might take your head back over that left shoulder and the eyes all the way to the left. Okay, and you can stay there for 3 to 5 breaths and keeping that movement going. A breath in to lift and a breath out to deepen. Good. I invite you, when you come out of it, just to come out gently, softly and slowly, especially with twists, and then moving to the other side. So you're taking that right hand behind you. Generally, you're going to have a back on your chair, so wherever that is, if it's really high up, that might present some challenges, but we'll see. If you've got any questions, email me. Left hand to the hip or to the arm of the chair, and just see what feels comfortable. See, for me, this is a bit uncomfortable because my arms are quite short, so I'd actually put it on my hip, my thigh. Breath in, lift up through the heart. Breath out, deepen the twist. Take your eyes right over that right shoulder if it feels okay to. Keep that breath going. More extension. Do everything gently, just going to the edges of your stretches. Beautiful. And then you release back to center. So we've done a movement forward. We've done a movement back. We've done a movement to each side. We've done a movement side to side. A twist to each side and a movement to each side. And then the final movement for the spine is traction, is lengthening. So this means the tailbone and the sit bones are moving down towards the floor and the crown of the head is moving up. And we're creating our own traction for the vertebra of the spine. I like to use my hands to help me. And there's a little bit of postural thinking involved. So we have what's called a posterior tilt in the hips here to help us create length down in the lower back. So a lot of people end up with compression one way. You might find you've got that kind of shortened lower back and you tend to the belly hangs out and your butt sticks out the other way, or you might be stuck this way. We are going to go this way and try and soften. So it's not a stiff, rounded back, it's a soft, long back. And if you think about these sit bones on the bottom of your hips here, going down towards the floor and the tailbone and the hips slightly back, and then through your ribs, feel that lifting up. Take the arms out to the side, you take a breath in, interlace the fingers, and then exhale and lift up. Try to feel anchored through your hips and light and lifted from kind of the waist up to get that traction. So you're feeling a simultaneous move down through the sit bones and a lift through the spine, the upper spine. And then you release the arms and then you go back to typing, you go back to your day. You've had a little moment, a little mindful movement moment in your day, and you will feel quite different. The other practice to add into this, if it's possible, is to add a little timer, some kind of reminder that helps you to integrate this regularly. Again, I would recommend, if you can do that 3 to 5 times a day, just for a few days, and track how you feel, how your energy is over the day, how your stress levels are. I think you'll find that even just that small amount delivers massive benefit. I hope this helps you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I'm just going to turn it off.